Hey guys, this is Joe, and this is a chess video for you. And you understand that I'm just hopping into a random point of this, and it's because I'm playing live, and I felt, sincerely enough, that this ought to have been posted since the opening went this way. You know, those who didn't follow, I decided to play g6 here because I was out of prep. The reason I'm out of prep is either because I didn't read my book, which I have to, or I didn't think about it enough to delve deep and bear down, or my intelligence will fuse. But then looking at this, and I think it's a really good play for them, because usually they commit their c-pawn. Their c-pawn has to get figured out, but they're kind of up a tempo. And the reason I didn't castle here is because knight takes h7, king takes h7, and then queen h5 check could be a little bit of a risk. But I like this. I think that they slipped here in this live game. I only got 5 minutes, but it's a 10-minute game. That was an error by them, because even if they sacrifice with a double check, I might be okay just sacrificing back a queen. So their only chance maybe is bishop takes f, but I think I'd let the discover check go or just figure it out. I don't think that there's a problem here. It was good play by them up until this move, unless they got something to prove. Up until this move, it was good play. But in the event they got something to prove, then I say no way. No way, Jack. Can't catch me. You're going back, Jack. Get back, Jack. Now I'm good. No problems, no issues. This is good. On this search for truth, I think I'm fine. What threat could trump this solid stone wall of mine? A lot of times the French kind of does get into a stone wall, which is cool, because I play the stone wall, and I love the stone wall. Finally, they got their c-pawn out. That took a while. I just moved to c3. It's not doing this squat. The queen side's not developed, and then, luckily enough for me, the e4 square is available, so I'm going to take that, yeah. I hope that, I don't know, someone plays this type of game, that this could help. But I haven't seen much people doing this kind of thing, but I've had good luck with it. Really, even now I got a queen for me. But I know that I have to review this opening. I'm the last person to claim that I played perfectly here until it's checked out. Check. Right, good. Now we simplify, and we're attaining just a tiny bit of a rearrangement on our parts, because it's going to be on our terms how this is going to get grinded out. when I'm grinding, I definitely don't play the best moves. When I know I'm gonna win, I go into what I calculated, so they calculate a different variation, and then they're in unfamiliar ground. So this is what I was planning to do, is just be in Keto and blast the pawns down. So they were probably looking at something else, but this is the way I wanted to grind this out. Check, that's fine. Just move here. I want to play h6 either way. And there's a reason for it, because I want to do the pawn storm. Okay. It's good that they moved their king like that on them. Good on you, Paula Wambi or whoever. I know that this little technique wasn't the best, but the whole intent now is I'm going to trump the mobility of the queen. Now that the pawns are locked over there, and they have to watch out. Their knight really can't move. Their rook's guarding a penetration square. So now I'm going to ask either their rook to move back or their knight to move again. And I had this plan so their knight can't move, or else I make progress on the king side. So they move their rook back, and then I penetrate here, probing the low-hanging fruit on the queen side. What are they going to do, you know? So they can either see all of their wishing dreams vanish, or resign. Let's start making their wishing dreams vanish. That rook will never have a future. It will manifest in no glory. And the knight will have no future. And I keep winning pawns. They may resign. They may not. Honestly, there's a million moves that win. Like this. Target pawn. And now, liquidate. Principle of two weaknesses. Pass pawn on A and pass pawn on D. These are the principles of two pass pawns. It is over. Very simple. Two squares apart. That's enough in this case and in many, many cases. These king and pawn endings. When a queen is introduced, there's really not much they can do. I mean, what do you want? Like, you want me to win 5 games before you resign? Just for your own pride? Alright, I'll win this way too. Hey folks, let's give him 5 games in one. 5 different chances to resign in a hopeless game. The king's on the other side of the board. They don't have any activity with their pawns. This is what really is going to break their heart. When I take their H-pawn. Let's do it like that. No hope. Paul Wamby, you are the fair loser. Alright, win this game too. I mean, I resign on some of these. I don't know why Paul Wamby just has to go. I'm playing on and on and on. You don't think Joe B can win this? It's easy. My queen's already guarding the ascension square. And now the opposition. And now move into the opposition. Hiya! Mate in one. How do you like me? How do you like me? 65 moves. Let's see. There's a French exchange. And then knight e7 variation. And now knight a6. And they haven't committed their c-pawn. So I'm waiting for a4. I think this move is questionable. I'm going to check it out with my book and I'll post that in the comments. But there might have been a sacrifice here though. At this point. Instead of rook back. This could have been an error. Let's see. Bishop takes. And then say my pawn takes. Queen takes. Here. 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 No, I'm up like a million. And then what about bishop takes? So I move king f7, they move here. They play the sacrifice. Pawn takes. So queen takes wasn't any good. What about bishop takes here? Then a little bit of that action. Here, simply block. Alright, so I guess they don't have the sacrifice. You know, they don't have any pieces on the queen side. Hurts to say, but that wasn't good on them. Alright, so pretty sure the way that was handled was fine. Hope you enjoyed this video of mine.